Hey guys and gals, the Blue Life here, and this is a video response to Something About Movies. She recently just posted a video called My Top 10 Kids Movies. And if you haven't checked out her channel, you really need to right now go and subscribe. She's really cool, does some pretty good movie reviews, so definitely check her out. But you know, I was watching her video on her top 10 kids movies, and you know, as she was going through the list, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that movie, I remember that one. And you know, to be honest, I haven't seen a lot of those movies in years. I mean, it's probably been at least 10 to 15 years since I've seen them, and some of the ones on my list, you know, I haven't seen in a long time. But these are movies that I remember watching over and over again as a kid, and just love them. So first up at number 10 is We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. And you know, I love dinosaurs as a kid. You know, I remember watching that. I think it was an old TV show where they kind of had like the claymation dinosaurs on it fighting each other. I love watching that. I had like little dinosaur figures I play with, and you know, with We're Back, a Dinosaur Story, they, you know, got the dinosaurs to talk in it, and I was like, hell yeah. Well, of course, I didn't say that because, you know, I was a kid at the time, but you know, you still get the point. Number 9 is a little film, no pun intended, called Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. And basically what this movie is about is that this rainforest is going to get you know, pretty much paved over and torn down, and apparently there's this fairy that there's a bunch of fairies that live in the forest, and this one fairy shrinks down this one construction worker to her size and shows him the wonders of the rainforest. So, like Avatar, it's a bunch of liberal propaganda about saving the environment. You know, I'm just being sarcastic there. I don't really care about that stuff. I think they're both good movies. So, number 8, we have a classic animated film, in my opinion. It is The Land Before Time. And yeah, this spawned a crap ton of crappy sequels. But the original is always going to be the best. And, you know, this was one that I believe was competing with Disney films at the time. I think it was executive produced by Spielberg. But, you know, it was just, from what I remember of it, just a really, really good film. I haven't seen it in such a long time. I'm really wanting to pick it up and watch it again. So, number 7. Now, this is one I believe was done by Don Bluth, and he was actually the animator on Disney, but left and formed his own animation company. But it's An American Tail, and this is just an overall great movie with some great music in it, and it's just I think a very enjoyable family film. So next up at 6 is kind of an odd one, because it's not really a kids movie per se, and it's not an animated film. But it's one I watched all the time as a kid. It's Tim Burton's Batman. Yeah, I know, but I used to watch this movie all the time, and it would scare the crap out of me. And, you know, I remember towards the beginning when they were in Bruce Wayne's mansion, and you saw they went into that room with all the statues. Man, I was, that part always, you know, creeped me out, because every time I watched the film, even though I knew it wasn't going to happen, I was afraid that those statues were just going to come to life and start, you know, killing people. And of course, you know, Jack Nicholson as a Joker, even to this day, I mean, just the makeup on him just really creeps me out. And it's probably why I have such an irrational fear of clowns to this day. But good movie, very good movie. Next up at number 5, I believe this is another one from Don Bluth, but please correct me if I'm wrong. It's All Dogs Go to Heaven. Just a great film. I really need to pick this one up again on DVD. Next up at number 4 is an older live-action film, a classic film. It's The Wizard of Oz. I will watch this film pretty much every day, and dance around, and sing along with the songs. I just love the film. So number 3. Now the next three are going to be just Disney movies, animated Disney movies, and at number 3 is Bambi. This movie is, I think, a really good family film, because the main concept of the movie is just to show the struggles of life, the struggles of growing up, and animation's great in it, and just the way that the music and animation interact with each other is really cool, and just an overall great film. Next up at number 2, it is The Lion King. I mean, how can you not love this film? I would say probably out of all the Disney movies, this would almost have the strongest story to it, and it just has a really good story and great music in it. This is one I'm really looking forward to picking up on Blu-ray when it comes out, I think in October. And that brings us to number 1. This is Beauty and the Beast. As I said before, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney animated film of all time. And I just love this film. The music in it is great. The animation's great. I love the villain in it. Gaston. He's a creep, but you can't help but laugh at him. It's just an overall great movie. So yeah, guys, that is my top 10 favorite childhood films. So till next time. I would while away the hours conversing with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And my head I'd be scratching as my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. I'd unravel any riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain.